Welcome back everyone. Now we have to start the About Us section. Before break, as I've told you that in the next section we are going to create this About Us section. So let's move on to the editor and start creating the About Us section. Here we go. And now for the About Us section, first of all, let's have a comments here. So not section, about section, and then end of about section, end of about section. And now within these comments, let's start writing the code. So first of all, I would like to go with the section element with an ID of about. So section ID is about, and then have a class about with margin 5 from all sides. Now I want to go with the division, assigning it a class of container. So container class. Another division, assigning it a class of raw. Another division within this raw, assigning it a class of column large 6. Here I want to place an image, img, and the source is going to be images, and the chess, I have a chess image here, and the class for this would be img image fluid. I wanted to make it responsive, so I'm using the image fluid. It's a Bootstrap class, this image fluid. Then alt, I don't want to write anything, but you guys should. Oh, okay, let me write about. And then after here, after this image, I want to go with another division, assigning it a class. Oops. And this time I want to go with another class. This class is going to be column large 6, and padding top would be 4, and then padding top large 0. Within this, I want to go with heading 3 element, each 3 element, assigning it a class of font, weight, bold. And then I want to have a title or heading here. This would be about us. Let me bring the screen in the middle so it would be easy for you to understand what's going on. And then I want to go with the paragraph with some text. This could be 25 words, and let me break it in parts. 1, 2, oops, 3. Okay. Then after this paragraph, I want to have another division, assigning it a class of raw, and then within this raw there should be a division, assign it a class of column medium 6, and then I want to have a font awesome icon, and this time the FA award, and then after this here, okay, hold on, award, there should be a heading 4. This would be awards and achievements, ACHEIEVENT, achievement, and then some dummy text of let's go with the dummy text of 15 words. Let me break it into several lines. So this one is done. And then after here, let's have another division, assigning it a class of this should be a class of, again, column medium 6, no, column medium 6, and then font awesome icon class, and this time it should be FA file code. And I want to have a heading 4, each for 4 element, and then I just want to say development goal. Again, P element with some 15 words of dummy text, and then here, let me break. Okay, let's save it. Let's move on to the browser and let's see what's going on here in the browser. Okay, so we have an image. We cannot see this icon. Why? Because, yeah, here I mistook. So, okay, let's go to the CSS and start styling this section. For that, let's move on to main.css, and here this was the end of cards section, and let's start creating a about section. So about section, and let me copy this, paste it, and let's say end of about section. Now here within these lines, okay, let's have a class of about heading 3, and here the font weight. I'm so sorry, it should be the font weight. It should be bold. Hold on just a minute. This is heading 4, not heading 3. Yep, heading 4, because I have done with the heading 4. Yep, heading 3. What I can do, just bear with me. I have to use the Bootstrap class here, so this should be font weight bold. Let's use the same class here. No need to use this font class here. And the color for this, let's just go for the color. Oops. And the color for this is going to be black. Let's see what. Yeah, I just want to. This is bold, but there should be an about heading 3, and then here about heading 4, and here in the heading 4 I just want to go with the font size would be 20 pixels, and then margin top would be 5 pixels, and then color would be black. Let's see. Okay, let me compare it with this. Okay, it is doing well. Then we have to go with the icons, to font awesome icons, and for that let's have an about class here, and then I for that, and font size, this could be 48 pixels, and then margin top, this could be 15 pixels. Let's have a color here, and the color I want to go with the theme color. The theme color is this one, 04A5F0. Save it, move on to the browser and see. Okay, it's looking nice, better, cool. And then let me bring it here. Wow, and paragraph element, P element, and for that the font size for P element, and this could be 15 pixels, and here the color is going to be black, because here before it was a muted color. Yep, now it is looking nice and better to me. You guys can do as you want, feel free to use the code. And now what I'm going to do next, about section is done. So yep, about section is done. Let me remove this one. So it is done. Let's check it to the responsive points, and yep, it is done. My image size is smaller here because I have used a small image here. No, the same. Okay, so no, I have one image of 2 sizes, so here I've used a smaller one, but it will work for you guys. I just remember that. Now let's move on and start creating this services section with this gradient background and these cards and all these hover effect type of things. Here index.html, let's remove these extra spaces from here, and here let's have a comment for the services section and of services section. So now what I'm going to do, let's create a section element. Within this, let's go with the division, not save div, assigning it a class of bg linear. I'm going to use it in CSS for the gradient, linear gradient. So that's why I just name it bg background linear. And here ID is going to be services section. Then I want to go with another division, assign it a class of container. Another division, assigning it a class of raw. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go with the division, assigning it a class of column 12, margin bottom 5, and I just want to go to use the position here, relative. Okay. Then I want to go with the h2 element with a class of section title, and then text, center, margin top 5, and here I want to have services. Now let's create a, first of all, let me bring it here. Okay. So here in this part, let me have a comment, and it should be called service 1. Okay, service 1. And then end of service 1. Within these lines, I need some room here. Okay. So now I want to go with the division, assigning it a class, column medium 6, margin bottom 4, and then I want to go with another division, assigning it a class of service display flags, and then height is going to be 100. Then I want to go with the division, assigning it a class of service number, margin right 4. We are going to use the service number class in CSS. And then here I'm just going to use a font awesome icon and a class of affiliate theme, actually affiliate theme. I want its size twice then its actual size. And let me check my spelling, affiliate, and then affiliate theme, and this one, and that's all. Okay. Then after, I want to go with another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be service about. We are going to use this in a CSS, and then heading 3, and it should be anything, but I'm using lorem ipsum. And then I just want to go with the paragraph, lorem ipsum of 25 words, and let me break it into parts. Okay, so from here, this could be this one, okay, and lorem ipsum. And now you know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to copy and paste it for for 3 times, because let's go to the browser and let's see what's going on. Then it would be easy for you. So this is the first kind of a card we have created. Now we have to create 3 more. So for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy and paste it. So let's copy this from here and 2, 3, 4. Let's save it. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so now we need to change the icons only. I'm not going to change the title or other things. So for the second one, this is our second service. So here and here, just for my convenience, I'm just changing this. And the second one, despite this affiliate theme, the second one is going to be Adobe. Only Adobe. And the third one, it is going to be Airbnb. Where is that? So here, let's change the service number here. In case if I made any mistake, it would be easy for me to find it. This one, Airbnb, and then I want to go to the fourth one here and here. Let's change it, and this should be Amazon. Okay, Amazon. Amazon. Let's see what's going on in the browser. Okay, so we have the we have 4 different icons. Now let's move on to the main.css, and here let's say services section, and then end of services section, and within this line of comments, let's have some room here. First of all, I would like to get my BG linear class. So my BG linear class is here, and what I'm going to do, I want to assign a background. Here I want to go with the linear gradient, and then I want to start with the RGBA 5195 243, and then I want to go with 0.5 of opacity, and then I have to go with another color. This would be 236 9 and 198, and then with some opacity of 0.5. Let's save it. Okay, so we have the gradient background here. Now we have to create these cards. Okay, so let's go and start working on that. And for that, let's use the service class here, and the padding is going to be, hold on, okay, I just want to check. I just want to show you, this is a service class and we are going to use this class here. So the padding for this is going to be 30 pixels, and then background, oops, so the background is going to be white, and I want to use a box shadow. So the box shadow is going to be 0, 1 pixel, 2 pixels, then 0 pixels or 0. Okay, and then I want to go with some RGBA. This should be 117, oops, 117, 53, and with the opacity of 0.8. Okay, let's save it. Let's see what's going on here. So we have the white background with the blue shadow. Okay, and now we have to, oops, just a minute, I just want to check the battery. Okay, and then I want to go with the transition. So the transition is going to be 0.3 seconds is in out, and then top is going to be 0. Then position, so the position is going to be relative. So let's save it. Okay, it's fine. We need to work on some other things, then you guys will find the difference. I want to go with service, hover, and service hover is going to be the box shadow. This is going to be 0, 8 pixels, and then 5 pixels, sorry, 50 pixels, then -5 pixels, -5 pixel, and then I want to go with some RGBA. This would be 117, 53, 0.8 of opacity, and then I want to go with the top is going to be -2 pixels, and let's save it. Let's see. Okay, so it's looking nice. When I hover over it, it's giving a nice effect. And just a minute, I just need to, yeah, the next class is going to be now we have to use the heading 3. I think the heading is, yeah, so let's go and use the heading 3 here. And here I'm just going to say service H3, and this H3 is going to be the font size. This could be the spelling of the size. Let me bring it here. Okay, so the size is going to be 18 or 20 pixels. Okay, 20 pixels. Okay, so sorry for this notification. Okay, so now it's looking nice and better. Now we have another thing with this service. What is that? Here in the heading 3, where is that? Yep, I have seen something different which I want to change here, and this one I'm just holding the Alt key to select all these heading 3, and here I'm going to assign it a class of font weight bold. Okay, so now if we go there, okay, now the font weight is bold, and again here heading 3 is, and now we have to go with the margin bottom 3, margin bottom 10 pixels, not 3, sorry, 10 pixels. Now there is something which is known as service, FBB class, and then color is going to be our theme color, that which is 04A5F0, and let me show you. Before it was black, Okay, now we change the hover effect of these icons only, and for that what I'm going to do dot service and FAB, and then I want to go with hover effect. And for that the color is going to be, I'm sorry, there is some kind of construction is going on in my neighbors. Maybe you are hearing some kind of special noises, just bear with me. 4A9. Okay, let's move on and I hover over it. Okay, so the service section is done. Now what's next? We have yep, so now we have this clients section. Let's go to the editor and start working on this client section. Here, let's remove these extra spaces from here. Okay, let's say clients section, and then have a comments for end of clients section. Now within this I just need some room here. Let's have a section here, section element ID of clients, and then class, and then it is going to be clients, margin top 5, and then division is going to be a class of container. And then I want to go with the title, so I should say div class of raw. Div and class of raw, and then I want to go with the division, assigning it a class of column 10 margin. Margin left and right is going to be auto, and then column small is going to be 6, and then text center, text center. Okay, now let's go with each one element, assigning it a class of text capitalize, margin bottom 4, and the title is going to be our clients. And just a minute, here. Okay, after this container we are going to have another division, assigning it a class of raw. Well, you know what I'm going to do, let me, just for your convenience, just so this is the end of the heading or the title section, this heading section. Now I'm going to use the div class raw, and here I'm going to use some other Bootstrap classes, that is going to be no gutters, and clients wrap, and clear fix. And then I'm going to have another division, assigning it a class of column large 3, and then column medium 4, and then column small or extra small could be, let's go with small 6, And then I want to go with the division, assigning it a class of client logo. I want to say image source images, and the first image is its images. Okay, so the first image here, I just want to use client 1. The spelling of my client is something else. I've got some PNG files, and then class is going to be image img fluid to make it responsive. And here in the alt, I'm just leaving it like this, but you guys should write something. Just a minute. Okay, let me bring it here. Then after here, you know what I'm going to do? Let me have some, and here also, just for the convenience. Okay, and what I'm going to do, just let me write here, and here it should be 1, client 1. Okay, I'm going to copy this and paste it for several times. So 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and then I want to go with 8. So 7, 8. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to change the client, the images. So here it is going to be client 2, then it is going to be client 3, then I'm going to say this should be a client 4, and here is going to be client 5, client 6, client 7, and client 8. Let's save it, go on to the browser and see what's going on. Not this one. Here we go. Okay, so all these are our clients. How cute they are. Let's go to the CSS and start working with our clients. So here in the CSS, let me remove these extra spaces from this section. And now what I'm going to do, let's have a client section, and I should say end of client section. And within this part, let's write just a minute, I just want to see something. Okay, and we will see that what's going on here. Okay, so in the client section, first of all, let's go with the clients class, and then the client's wrap class. So client's wrap, here I just want to use border top, and the border top is going to be 1 pixel, not PS, 1 pixel solid with our theme color 04E5F0, and then I have to write border left. The border left is going to be the same, 1 pixel solid, and then again the same color. Let me drink a glass of water. Okay. Then after I am going to have a client logo class. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a padding of 10 pixels and then display flags, justify content center, and then align items. So it's going to be center, and then let's have a border right. This could be border right is going to be same, 1 pixel solid, and theme color is going to be 04A-F50. And I'm going to write the border bottom. So here let's have a border bottom, and border bottom is going to be same, 1 pixel solid, and then our theme color. And you know what, let's go with some overflow hidden. Then background is going to be, it's background is going to be our theme color, so #05, not a theme color, should be white, I'm sorry. And then height of everything is going to be 100 pixels. Let's see. There is some problem. I have made a mistake somewhere in the markup, because the items and the filter, I haven't used the filter. I have to use actually. So let's work on it, and I'll see that where the mistake I've made. Let's go with this client section more. Oh yeah, I haven't done it completely actually, I'm sorry. I thought that I have code for the other things, but I didn't. My apologies. Now we have to work with the images. We haven't worked. I was just thinking that I have, but no. Okay, so for that, let's go with the client logo image, and then transition is going to be 0.3 seconds, and ease in out, and then height of the image is going to be 65 pixels. I thought that I have done with these things. Now I'm going to use the filter. First of all, let me show you. Okay, yep, now it's working. It is going to be shown, just a moment, we are working. And then filter is going to be grayscale and 100%, and then I want to go with the client logo hover, and then img image. This is going to be filter none, and then transform scale 1.1, and I need to find a mistake somewhere I have made. And where is that mistake I have made? Let's see. Yep, we have this, but it's working, but there is a problem in the border. First of all, you know what, that's I think I made a mistake here somewhere. Let me find my mistake. Yeah, I have found a mistake, one mistake, which is not too. Hold on, okay, let me check. No, where I mistook. Seems that somewhere here in the markup I've made a mistake in the markup. I'm damn sure about it. Where is that? I am trying. If you guys can see it, just let me know, okay? I've made a mistake here. I cannot find. There is a mistake. So you know what I mistook here? I don't have to write it here. I have to write it here within this. And this doesn't need actually. So now it is working, okay? So I just mistook here, and you guys can see that the client section is working. When I hover over it, it is showing the grayscale is removing, and the grayscale is showing the color image after the hover of the mouse or the mouse pointer. Okay, so this is the mistake I've made. Was I have to write it here within this logo, but I just use it here before that. This is where I mistook. So I think that now you understand and you have learned from my mistake also. Okay, now we are going to move on to the next section. And the next section is about this call to action. So we have to go with this call to action button, and with this call to action section, the image and this button and some text. So let's move on to the editor and start coding for the call to action section. And here I'm just checking the line breaks. Okay, here now what we have to do, CTA, the call to action section. So the short is CTA, call to action. These comments are not going to work here. It's index.html. So CTA or call to action. And then now I'm going to end of CTA. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a section here, assign ID, ID is going to be CDA call to action, and then I want to have another class, and this class is going to be CDA margin top is going to be 5, and then I want to go with it. I want to go with the division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be container, and then container class, I'm going to go with the division, assigning it a class of text center, text center class, and heading 3. This is going to be call to action, and this should be some subscription, some newsletter, or I don't know what you want to have here. So lorem 20, not 20 words would be too much for this, so 15 words are enough for me. And so let's go with these 15 words. And then after this 15 words, let's have a anchor tag, href, and there shouldn't be anything, and then I want to go with a class here, and let's assign CTA BDN, CTA button, and then that's all. And here, let's say the button name is going to be call to action. Let's save it and let's see what's going on in the browser. So here we have the call to action title, the subtitle or the paragraph, and this link. Now we have to style it. So go to the main.css and let's have a CDA section, and then in CDA section let's go with the CDA class, cat class, CDA, and then background is going to be what? It is going to be linear gradient. And the linear gradient background, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to copy this one because we are using the same linear gradient. So I just copy this. I'm going to paste it here. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I just need to remove it, and I just need to remove this one also. And here I'm just going to have a comma and the URL. URL is going to be the images and the hero image I'm using here. And I'm going to say fixed, then fixed center and background size. Hold on, background size, and the background size is going to be cover, and then after I want to go with the padding. It should be 120 pixels and 0. Let's save it and let's see. Okay, so we have here the image and the CDA. Still needs to work on it. So let's go with the CDA heading 3, and the color of the heading is going to be white. Okay, and then font size for this is going to be 28 pixels. I want to go with the font weight, and it is going to be bold. Then what I'm going to do here. The CDA paragraph, and for the paragraph is going to be color and white. And then I want to go with CDA button, so CDA BTN, and this is going to be text transform and uppercase. We can use it there. And then font weight light, and then font size. Font size is going to be 14 pixels, and then letter spacing is going to be 1 pixel, and now then display is going to be inline block, and display is going to be inline block, padding 10 pixels, and 28 pixels, and 10 from top and bottom, 28 from left and right. And then transition, I want to go with the transition of 0.5 seconds, and margin top is going to be 10 pixels, and then border is going to be 2 pixels, solid. The color is going to be, I just mistook here, 2 pixels, solid and white. And just a minute, let me bring it here, and 2 pixels solid, white, and then color is going to be white. Let's save it, move on to the browser. So I mistook here, it's CDA BTN, not cat button. Okay, so now it is working, but you know what, we have to work on, let me check if I mistook any other place. No, only there. Okay, and now the next thing is hover effect. For the hover effect, I'm going to CDA class and then BTN, and then it is going to be hover. So the background is going to be our theme color 084A5F0, and then border is going to be 2 pixels, solid, again the same color, and then text decoration none. So let's see, text decoration is going to be none, and we have the color is going to be white. Let's save it. Let's see. Okay, so here we go, our call to action. And this, my image is too bright, you guys can change it, or let me change the color of the title and this. If I change the color of the paragraph and title, so for this let's change it into black. Let's see. Okay, it is better than before, but my image is too bright actually, so it doesn't look that much better as it has to be. But you understand that how we can do with this thing. Okay, now we have to go with another section, and that section is going to be here. Okay, so now we have to go with the team section, our team. And for this, let's remove this one. Okay, and here let's start writing for the team section. End of team section. And here in the team section, first of all, I would like to go with the section element. So with an ID of team and assign it a class of padding from top and bottom is going to be 5, and then division, assigning it a class of container, and then I'm going to have a title here for this division, assigning it a class of raw, and then just name it title, margin bottom 5. We can copy it from the client section, but let's go and write it. Class, and here we can go with the column, text, center, and you know what? I don't have to go with this. Just a call, text, and center. Heading 1, assigning it a class of text uppercase, and out team, not out team, our team. And then after our team, it should be, let me change it, it should be heading 3, not 1. Okay, so our team, and let's have a heading 5 here, and this could be class of text, capitalize with some dummy text, lorem 5. And we have done with the title. Let's save it. Let's see, not this one. So now you can see that this is our team section. And now what we are going to do here, what we are going to do is, let's create our division, assign it a class of raw, and within this let's work with the article. In my previous project, the NGO project, I have worked with the articles there too. I'm using the article here again. In the blog section, I've used this article element, and here the class is going to be team and team member, and then column small 6, and column large 4, margin top and bottom is going to be 3. So what I'm going to do here is going to have another division, assigning it a class of member container, and then img source is going to be images, and here the image is going to be team1.jpg. It is in my, I've got these images from pexels.com, and thanks to the photographer of pexels.com class. If you guys like this video, don't forget to subscribe the channel image fluid to make it responsive, and then team image, we are going to use this team image class in our CSS, and then alt, and I'm not going to do anything with this as usual. Let me bring it here, and you know what, actually it should be here. Images team fluid. Now I am going to have another division here, and I'm going to assign it a class of member text, and I'm going to have a heading 3 here with a class of text capitalize, and here I'm going to say team or team1 or whatever the name of the team. Okay, let me change the name here. Let's say Jade. Okay, so Jade is going to be the team member. Paragraph, assigning it a class of text capitalize, and text is going to be light, this should be white, and let's have some text of 5 words, dummy text. And then I want to go with another division, assigning it a class of team icons, social icons we had, and in this previous, let me show you the social icons. Okay, these social icons. So let's be here and icons. Team icons, and then I'm going to go with a link href. I'm not going to assign anything, but I'm going to go with a class of margin right 2, and here I'm going to use a for awesome icon class, and this class is going to be FA. First is going to be Facebook, and that's all. Not at all. We are going to copy this for a couple of times. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So not a couple of times, but for several times. So this should be a Twitter. Then it is going to be Instagram, and then it is going to be LinkedIn. So LinkedIn. Okay. Yep. You know what I'm going to do now? So first of all, let me create an article 1, and here end of the article 1. So now I'm going to copy it for a couple of times, and I just want to change the image. So from here, from article 1 to copy it 1 and 2. Okay, and now here in place of the team 1, it's going to be team 2, and it should be Jane and Jane, and here it should, what is it, team 3, and the title is going to be Jack. Let's save it. Let's see what's going on. So we have the 3 guys here, and now we have to go to the CSS and start styling this section, these 3 guys. So for this, let's go to the main.css, and here in our main.css, first of all, I haven't mentioned the add and ending comments, CDA end, and now let me have some room here. Let's take it here. Okay, first of all, let's go with the member container. Member container. Position is going to be relative, and then overflow is going to be hidden, and then background is going to be, I mistook here, a linear gradient. You know what, I think I do have, oops, what's going on? I just need to copy the linear gradient. Let me copy this linear gradient from here, and let's paste it here. So the linear gradient, and then I am going to, you know what, let's go with the team. I am team image class, where I'm going to assign the transition all for 3 seconds is, not 0.3 seconds, only 3 seconds, is in, out, and then after, it's not a CD actually, and that is end of CD, but here, hold on just a minute, I'm sorry, it's a team section, team, okay, and then team image. After the image, I just want to go with the member container, and let's have a hover effect, and then the team image, what it's going to do, transform, translate y -72 pixels, and then opacity is going to be 0.5, and now I'm going to have a team icons, and not here. So here the team icons with a link, and it is going to be called, the color is going to be white, and then font size is going to be 25 pixels, and then transition is going to be color 1 second ease, and you know what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this color here, The color is okay, color 1 second is, and now I'm going to use the theme icons, link and hover, and it is going to be, the color is going to be F004A9 pink. And then after, I am going to go with the, let me bring it here, member info. So for the member info, the transition is going to be all 2 seconds is in out, and let's use a back face visibility here. Back face, I have used this back face visibility in one of my coffee shop projects, and here, if you guys haven't seen that, watch it. I think it would be helpful. It's a very nice tutorial about a coffee shop with Bootstrap. And position is going to be absolute. Bottom is going to be 0. Left is going to be 0. I'm going to have a padding, and it will be 10 pixels. Background, yep. Background is going to be our theme color, 04A5F0. Then transition, and the transition is going to be all 2 seconds is in out, and then margin bottom minus 40 pixels, and here margin bottom minus 14 pixels, not 14 pixels actually, it is not going to work, it is going to be 140 pixels. And then I'm going to, actually I'm getting tired, member, but I have to complete it now, and I don't want to make another part of this. And then member info class, that is going to be margin bottom 0, and now I want to go with the member icon, and link with hover effect, and here margin bottom, hold on, I think I mistook, member icon, yeah, I haven't done, I don't go with the hover. First of all, I have to go with the anchor tag, and here I have to go with font size, this could be 60 pixels. The color is going to be white, and then transition is going to be all 2 seconds is, and then here I just want to go with the member icon hover, and text is going to be, the text decoration is going to be none, and then color is going to be the theme color, which is 04A5F0, and that's all. 04A5F0, A and 5F0, no, 04A. I'm sorry, I don't have to go with the 04A. It's F00, F004A9, F004A9. Let's save it and let's move back to the browser. I must have, the color is not going to be this one. It is going to be the, sorry. It is going to be 04A. Hold on. Yeah, 04AF5, 5F0. And no, it's not looking good and it's not looking what I want. I have found a mistake. It's not a mistake, actually, it's a blunder I've made in my markup. You know, I haven't made the member info class here, so it should be here, and this member text is going to be wrapped in this division. So let me have a div, and the div is going to be the div should have a class, and this class is going to be a member info class. Is going to, another class is going to be appointed to it, and this class is going to be display flags, and then justify content around. And let's save it, and all this thing is going to be wrapped in it. Let's save it, and you know, the mistake. Okay, so here we have just correct the first one, and we have to work with these two also. For this, let's go back to the markup, and here after this I just want to copy the same code, the div with a class of member info and display flags and justify content around. I'm going to paste it here, and then this should be wrapped into division, and it is saved. And then the third one is going to be here, and that's it. My apologies, I mistook here. So let's go back and you see. Yeah, so when I hover over it now, okay, so all these three are working, and we just need to remove this text decoration. Or okay, so that's the second thing. Just a minute, I just want to have a text decoration none for this, and when it is going to be hover, there's also going to be none. Okay, so now it's not going to show that. So the team section is done. Let's check the responsiveness of this team section. And yep. And it is working. Now let's move on and start creating the pricing section, and then we have a contact section. So first of all, let's go with this pricing section, and here let's remove this extra spaces, Okay, now I want to create a markup for the pricing section, and for that let's have pricing section here. So the pricing, and then end of pricing. Now here within this pricing section, let's create a section element with an ID of price, and then assign it a class of price with padding top and bottom of 5, and then we have to go with the division, assign it a class. I'm so sorry for the dogs, they are making too much noise today. Class row, and then division, assigning it a class of column 10. Let me stop the recording for a few moments, then we'll continue from this part, okay, because of these. Okay, now there is a silence now, so let's start from where we left. It was column 10, and margin from left and right is going to be auto. Column small 6, and then text center. Now I want to have a heading 1, and the class is going to be text capitalize. Here I'm going to write our pricing, and then after let's have a now we have to go with another div, assigning it a class of row, division, assigning it a class of column 11, margin left and right is going to be auto, column is going to be medium 6, and then column large is going to be 4. Then margin top and bottom is going to be 4, and text capitalize, text center, just a minute, text center, and now I want to bring it here, and you know what, let me bring it here within the screen, and then it is going to be heading 3, class is going to be padding, top and bottom is going to be 3, so the title is going to be basic. After the basic, let's have a paragraph, division, then assign it a class of text muted, and then within this I want to go with a paragraph class, margin top and bottom, it is going to be 3, This should be 20 GB. Of 20 GB of storage, and then let me copy and paste it for several times. I 2, 3, 4, 5. If we need more, we'll write. And then 20 GB storage, and then I want to go with one email account. Here it should be one email account, and then it is going to be 24/7 support. 24/7 support, 300 GB bandwidth. So GB bandwidth, and then this is going to be user management. So user management, spelling of my management, user management, and then at the end here we are going with a button element. The type of this is going to be a button, and then going to assign it a class of BDN price with text capitalize, margin bottom 3, and here it is going to be order now, and then paragraph element, assigning it a class of text lowercase and margin bottom 4, then font weight bold, and then starting at $10, so $sign and then 10. Here is end of first, not a cart but first price. Let's save it. Let's see what's going on in the browser. Not this one. Here is this one. Okay. So what we have to do now, let's copy and paste it for a couple of times from where we are started. Let's copy it and paste it here and here. And then first of all, let's go to the browser and see, wow, what's going on. And it didn't work. Hold on, where I made a mistake. I made a mistake somewhere. That should be, it shouldn't be here. Let me have a comment for my convenience, because I want to get this raw from here to here. Let's copy it, paste it, and let's paste it. Now let's save it and let's see. So what's going on with this one? Is there any problem within my browser, or let me check. Okay, so the second one is also fine. It is well, but I don't know why I'm having a problem here. I think it's my browser problem somewhere. Let me check again. Save it and Yep, there is some problem in my browser. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to close it and I'm going to start the server again. And here I do have the same problem, but why I am having this problem? So just a minute, my apologies. I'm just trying to sort out the issue. Yeah, I found a mistake, you know, where I mistook. I have found it now, and now I'm not going to repeat the mistake. So first of all, let me check in my browser. Yeah, here the pricing is. And now I just want to copy this. Let's see. Yeah, now it's working. And third one is going to be here. It's working now. Okay. And the rest of the things we are going to settle in our, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to change the titles, and rest of the details I'm not going to do anything with that. So the pricing section, the second one is Pro or Professional. Let's write it Professional. And the third one is going to be Enterprise. Let's change the prices only. This should be 40 or 50, and this should be 25. Let's save it. Okay, now in the style menu, main.css, not style menu, sorry, style.css, what we are going to do is going to end this and theme section. And now I'm going to write a pricing section here. And first of all, let's go with the BDN price, text, transform, uppercase, and then font weight is light, and then font size is going to be 14 pixels. The letter spacing is 1 pixel, and display is going to be inline block. You know what I'm going to do, let me bring it here. Inline block, and then padding is going to be 10 pixels, then 28 pixels, and then transition is going to be 0.5 seconds. Margin top 10 pixels. Border is going to be 2 pixels. Solid 04A5F0, and the color is going to be black. Okay, you know, there is some problem. within this. I've made a mistake in my markup. First of all, let's go and check the markup again, because it is not going to be as it is shown here. Just let me check the markup here because I am sure that I made a mistake somewhere in the markup. So let me go with the price ID, and it is price ID. First of all, I made a mistake here. It is going to be a division, then a class, and it is going to be a container, and then this container. Let me copy this and cut it from here, and let me check something, which is the container is going to be here. Let's see. Yeah, so it is going to be wrapped in a container. My apologies. Okay, so this is what the mistake I've made here, but we have to wrap it within a container. So I did this, and now it's looking nice and better. Now let's move on to the CSS and start working with the button sections. We were working before, and then now we have to work with the BDN price hover, and background is going to be, I don't know what's going on to him. He's very nice, cool and calm, but today he's making too much noise. He's my neighbor's dog, and today he's making too much noise. Maybe somebody is disturbing him, or very nice guy, but today he's not. And let's go with the text decoration. None. Okay, so when I hover over it, you can see, let me change the color when I hover over it. Let's see, color would be white. Let's save it and let's see. Yeah, it's looking nice, better. So this is what we have done with our pricing section. Now we have to go and let's see, we have to check this one, the last section, the contact section, and then the footer. So I'm going to create the markup for both at once, and then later together we are going to to style the markup, okay, at the same time. So let's go to the editor, index.html, and here let's remove these extra spaces. And now we have to create the last section, and the last section is contact section. So contact section, and then end of contact section. let's call it footer, and then div ID, and ID is going to be contact, and then division, assigning it a class of container, another division, assigning it a class of raw, and then another division, assigning it a class of column, medium 6. So I just want to kind of a proofreading of my code. I have used the footer and div ID contact because I don't want to make any other mistake this time. Container, raw, and then column medium 6. Now I want to go with another division, assigning it an ID. This ID is going to be contact left, and then like here I want to have a heading 3, which would be web agency, and then some dummy text. So this dummy text is going to be here, and could be 15 words. Let's break it in parts, and let me bring it here. After having my dummy text, I want to go with another division, assigning it an ID. And this ID is going to be contact info, and then I want to have an address element, and address element. After having this address element, let's go with what? Address element and address, and then strong element, and then within this strong element I just want to say headquarters. So QUARTERS, headquarters. You know what, here I want to have a break tag, BR tag, and then paragraph, and within this paragraph 1, 2, 3, some lorem ipsum for address, okay, and then dollar or lorem ipsum $600, and then again break tag, comma, and I'm from Brazil, so I'm writing Brasilia, and you know, let me first of all bring it here, Brasilia, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me bring it here, okay. And then my address tag is close here. Then I want to go with another division, and with this time I'm going to have an ID of phone, ID of phone, and then phone and email, okay. So phone and email, phone hyphen email, and within this division I'm going to use the same paragraph here, p tag with a strong element, strong, strong, and then I want to write here phone, and then after I want to have a span element, span, and then I just want to write the country code. So Brazil's country code is +55. 61 is Brazilia's state code, and then I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then after this, let me bring it here. Then after this span, I want to have a break. And hold on here. Let's go with the email. First of all, strong element, and then here I want to go with the email, and here let's say spam, and then after spam it is going to be the email, and it should be example at info.com or test.com or whatever you want. And then after having after this span element, let's go with another break tag. Then okay, it is done here. Let's go and let's see what's going on in the browser. Not here, this one. Okay, so we have the agency title, some text, headquarters, and the contact number and email. Now what's next we have is the social icons here. Okay, so we can go with the social icons now, and for that let's have a unordered list, assigning it a class of social list. Then now some list items with an anchor tag, and then I have to assign it a class of social icon, and then icon white class. And you know what, let me bring it here, and let's bring it here also. So social icon and social icon white. Now I'm going to copy and paste it for a couple of times. Copy this, paste and paste. Let's save it and let's see first of all what's going on in the browser. This is not, here we go. Yeah, the icons are white, so we cannot see. But what we can do here, first of all, social icon white, and social icon white, and you know the mistake I've made here again. Let me remove this one, these two. First of all, here in this section we have to use the font awesome icon class, and this font awesome icon class is going to be Facebook, and save it. And now I'm going to copy and paste it for a couple of times. And here in place of Facebook, it is going to be Twitter. And next is going to be YouTube Play. So YouTube YouTube play. Let's save it. Okay, so YouTube play, and let's see if it works now. Yeah, it's working. So YouTube play is with FE only, and then after, what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to write a division, assigning it a class of column medium 6, and then division ID, and this ID is going to be contact. Alright, and here heading 3, and contact us. Yeah. Let's save it. Let's see. So this is what we have here. Now we have to create the contact us form, and for the form, after this, hold on please. Okay, so form, and after the form I'm going to have an input element. The type of this input is going to be text, and then name is going to be full name. Then I want to go with a placeholder, and it is going to be full name. Name is going to be name of, okay, let's leave it. And then the class of form control class, and then I want to go with input, and the type of this input is going to be text. Name is going to be email, and then placeholder is going to be email, and here email, and then I'm going to say a class, and here again it is going to be form control, and next is going to be text area for rows. There should be 5 rows, and this should be this way. And then name is going to be a message with a placeholder, and the placeholder is going to be message, and we have to use a class here, and the class is going to be again form control, and text area is close. Let's see, first of all, let's see what's going on in the browser. Okay, name, full name, email, message. Okay, now we have to go with a button. So for button, let's have a division ID is send button, send BDN. We are going to use it in CSS, and anchor tag, and let's have a first of all href, and then I'm going to say that the class for this is going to be variant send, and then variant large. Okay, and here we are going to say send, and the footer is done. No. So this is our contact section, which is done. So then after this, we have to go with another division. As I've told you that footer and this contact section I'm going to do together. So I'm preparing the markup for this, and then we will style it together. Okay, for footer bottom, and then division class of container, and then division class of row, and then division class of column medium 6, ID footer, and here I'm going to say copy GHRIGHT is copyright. And now here I'm going to have a paragraph with copyright and ampersand copy semicolon for the copyright symbol, ampersand copy and semicolon, and then I'm going to say 2020 all rights reserved, and the site name, whatever you guys want. Go with that, web agency. And then after all, let's have a division, assigning it a class of column medium 6, hidden, and then small is going to be hidden and extra small. And I want to, first of all, let me bring it here. Let's go with the division and ID footer menu, and then unordered list. Within this unordered list, list item, and an anchor tag, class, and okay, I think I should leave this class. I just go with the href because that class I'm not going to use. Now that class I have made for JavaScript, and home, and let's copy and paste it for several times. Home, about, services, team, pricing, and contact. So home, this should be about services, team, pricing and contact. Okay, move on to the browser. So we have the things here. Now let's go to this main.css and start styling it together. Here I don't think that we need comments, but just for the sake of clearance, first of all, let me get the footer selector, and here I'm going to go with the background. And you know, my background, I'm using the linear gradient. Now I'm just going to copy this from here and let's paste it here. Okay, so it's here. Now we have to work on some other things. You know, I'm find something which is doesn't look good to me. So here in the footer, let's assign it a class of margin top 5. Let's save it because it's not looking nice. There's some problem, something wrong. I'll fix it. Hold on, okay. Not here, but I'll fix it. So first of all, let's style it and then we'll go back and fix that. So first of all, okay, that is done with the footer, and now we have to go with the padding top. So my margin top didn't work there, so I should go and use a padding top. This would be 30 pixels, and then border top is going to be 5 pixels, solid RGBA, and then 5, 195, 243, and 0.4. This would be the top, and let's see. Yeah, now it's work. I was thinking to settle it with the Bootstrap class, but it's okay. Now let's go with the ID of contact left heading 3, and another ID is contact right heading 3. So first of all, let's go with the color, and the color is going to be black. Then the font size 27 pixels, and font weight is going to be bold, and that's here we go. The contact and contact left paragraph, the color is going to be black. Margin bottom is going to be 30 pixels. And then I have to use the address element, and the color for this I'm going to say black, and then address strong is the font size is going to be the 16 pixels, and then you know we are going to set the address strong and an ID of font, email, strong. Here I'm going to use letter spacing 1 pixels. Let me bring it here. Letter spacing 1 pixel, and then border. Border color. Sorry, not border color, the font. I have to use the font, and then font control, and then background transparent, border radius 0, border color black, font size 17 pixels, font weight is going to be light, padding 8 pixels, and then 16 pixels, 8 top and bottom, 16 left and right, margin bottom 20 pixels, color is going to be black, let's see. Okay, it's looking better. Now we have to get the footer ID, footer bottom ID, footer bottom, and the background is going to be background RGBA, this blue one, and then padding 30 pixels 0, margin top 60 pixels, and then footer copy rights paragraph margin 0, footer copyright paragraph is going to be margin 0, and the color of this is going to be black. And then footer menu, hold on, I just need to check something. Yeah, footer menu is an ID or class, but it's an ID, so I was just confused. Maybe I've used a class, but it is ID. So footer menu ID is going to be float. I'm using the floats here, float left, and the color of this is going to be black. Font size is 16 pixels, and font weight, let's go with the regular one, light, font weight light. Now we are going to use the footer menu unordered list is going to be list style type none for these icons. These icons also, I want to remove these later, but this is for these bullets, not icons, sorry, for these bullets. And this is going to be none. Now you can see that we cannot see the bullets, they are removed. And then we are going to say that style type is none, then padding left, margin 0, padding left, margin 0, and then here again, let's bring it here, and footer menu, unordered list, and then list items, and they are here. I want to say display inline block, and the next is footer menu anchor tags, color is going to be black, font size 20 pixels, font size is 20 pixels, and font weight is going to be light, and margin 0 and 10 pixels, and then text decoration none. Let's save it. Okay, so almost done. Now we have to work with this social icons and the send button. So how we can go with that? Let's first of all, okay, with the social icons we can, after the social icons we can use that. You can set the buttons. List padding left is going to be 0, and then we can go with the social list item, and then list style type none, then display inline block, display inline block, and then the width is going to be 32 pixels, height is also going to be 32 pixels, margin right is going to be 6 pixels, margin top is going to be 10 pixels. Let's save it. Let's see what's going on. So you guys can see we have to work a bit more on this thing. And now I want to go with the social icon. So social icon class, and here the font size is going to be 30 pixels, and then we had the class of icon white, and then and it is going to be the icon white and the color is going to be the blue, okay, the dark blue, or in navy blue, 030849, and then after here I am going to see social icon, and then I and hover. Color is going to be 34 C6 D3. Okay, so when we hover over it, it's not so visible. We can change it, so you guys can change it according to your own taste. The dogs are shouting too much, so I just want to finish it, and just let me style the button. After styling the button, so now let's go to BDM send and text transform uppercase, and then font weight is going to be bold. Let it be bold. Font size is going to be 14 pixels. Letter spacing 1 pixel. Letter spacing 1 pixel. Display inline block. Display inline block. Padding is going to be 10 pixels. 28 pixels. Then transition is going to be 0.5 seconds. Margin top is going to be 10 pixels. Border 2 pixels. Solid white, and the color of this is also going to be white. Now I have to use the again of our hover effect. So hover, BD and send hover, and then here the background is going to be our theme color, and then border is going to be 2 pixels. Solid white, not white, it should be the theme color because it is white here already. So F5 F0, and then text decoration none. Let's see. Okay, so we have finished our project finally. I hope that you guys understand. If you guys want to know, you want to have a code, let me know in the comments below. I'll surely provide you the code. Let's have a look to the page or the site, whatever we have made now. So this is the navbar, the cards, the hero image, about us, services section, floating cards, the client section, call to action, team section, pricing, and footer. And let's see the responsiveness of this. Oh, here. Okay, the hamburger. menus appearing when I click on it. So menu appeared here. This is the card. These are the cards. Everything stacked nicely. It looks, to me, it looks elegant and nice. So when I click on this, the grayscale is removed. It filters the color. Call to action, team section. Everything is working. So we have done with this. We have made it. If you guys like this video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and hit the like button, because in the future I'm going to bring a project about an ice cream shop, kind of an online ice cream parlor, and then I have some other projects like a bookstore or a bookshop. So don't forget to subscribe the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Hasta la vista. Ciao, ciao.